Welcome to the Bowman's Ports Rail and Logistics channel. My name is Andrew Pike. In today's news, we heard that Grindrod, the co-owner of the Port Authority in Mozambique, Maputo, and owner of some of the export terminals in Maputo and Matola, has closed the port and closed the terminals. This is on account of severe risk to its own staff, as well as risk to exporters of cargo coming from South Africa on account of the current political unrest and violence in Mozambique. What does this mean for exporters? What does this mean for South African economy? And what does this mean generally for the logistics supply chain? Well, first of all, let's give an example. Chrome exports from South Africa last year totaled about 20 million tons, nearly half of which went through Mozambique. In order to export chrome, there's a complex matrix of contracts. There would, of course, be the transport contract from South Africa to Mozambique, where trucks would carry the chrome in bulk, and at least 1,000 or more trucks a day cross the Lebombo border post. So those trucks will now all be queued up outside the border post, and to the extent that those trucks could be stopped, there will be growing stockpiles back at the mines. Then you've got the sale contract between your exporter and your buyer, and there would be some delivery obligations under that sale contract. Usually the sale would be on an FOB basis, so your buyer would have by now chartered ships which are either en route to Mozambique or they're sitting outside the port waiting to come in. Someone will have to pay for the delay costs or the demurrage on those ships. And then the main contract is the throughput contract between the exporter and the chrome terminal. So there would be take or pay obligations, and once again, you hope that the parties have protected themselves through adequate force majeure clauses. But typically what we see within this sort of matrix of contracts is that to the extent that there are force majeure clauses, they don't always align. And some of them will grant relief for certain force majeure things and some of them will not. So what I expect is that there may well be some litigation that flows from all of this, but more importantly, this will be a huge cost to the South African economy. When you're not exporting, you're not being paid, of course. And with the stockpiling of product at the mines, there's only so much space on stockpile. So you could even expect the mines to stop operating if this goes on for long enough. Right now, we have no idea when this unrest will stop. We know that it was scheduled for at least 7 days, but it may well run on. So we continue watching the scenario unfold and hope that things will return to normal soon. Once things normalize, you would hope that people will catch up with some of the backlog of contracts, but it is conceivable that some of these may be cancelled in due course and cause further delays and costs. Watch this space.